What is going on, Trident community? Evan from Trident Incorporated here, back at you with yet another video. And today we are going to be discussing something a bit more personal, but informative. I do believe it's informative, at least. Look, the hobby, right? The hobby as a whole, the sports card hobby is growing. It really is. You're seeing the numbers from the national be bigger and bigger and bigger every year. That's a sign that this hobby is growing in popularity. There are more and more people getting into it. And today we are going to be going over things I wish I had known or had learned quicker when entering the hobby. So just a quick background, I used to collect a while ago, like a long time ago when I was like littler. And then I stopped collecting for a little bit. And it wasn't until about 2021 or 2022-ish that I got back into it. And there are a lot of things that I wish I had sort of learned at the time where it would have saved me a lot of time. It would have saved me a lot of money. And it would have saved me a lot of headaches too. So I'm hoping that you guys are going to be able to take what I say here and learn from it. And if you're new and experiencing the hobby for the first time, hopefully you're able to take something from this and learn. So with that being said, let's go over the first thing, which is it's not guaranteed that you're going to make money immediately. If you are looking to get into this to make money, to buy and flip cards, to buy, sell, trade, whatever that may be, it's not guaranteed that you're going to make a lot of money immediately. And honestly, most likely you're probably not, simply because you're not going to have the following. You're not going to have the relationships that you would have if you had been in the hobby for a little bit. So just starting out, I wouldn't go buying a $50 card and then being like, oh, I can sell this for $75, pretty easily. It's probably not going to work out that way. There will be some times where you're able to do that and you're able to get lucky, and find a deal and then sell it. That's possible. Just saying it's probably not likely. So if you are looking to get into this in order to make money, that is cool. The hobby is a business as well, right? There's people that collect, there's people that sell. There's nothing wrong with that. But be careful and just be mindful. Don't get down on yourself, because if you do, you could get frustrated pretty easily. And I don't think that's the right road to go down. So it is not guaranteed, right? I have spent, a couple bucks here and there on some things that I thought I was going to be able to flip, early on, and I simply wasn't, and had to undersell them basically. Had to lose a couple of dollars even from time to time. So be careful with that. The other thing, networking and building relationships. I talked about relationships a few seconds ago. It's so important, right? Building those relationships with buyers and sellers. You can get some better deals if you have a relationship, a pre-existing relationship with somebody. You guys strike up a conversation. You go to a card show, which I would also recommend going to shows if they're available near you. Going to a card show, talking to the guy, talking to somebody for 5-10 minutes, it could help build that relationship, build that rapport, and you could end up getting a better deal, honestly. If they know you, they're more likely to give you a deal than some random person who just comes up looking for a deal. So the relationships that you have are important. That networking is important as well, especially, like I said, if you're trying to sell, you want to be able to build that following, right? Get people to have eyes on the cards you're trying to sell. That's where networking, that's where those relationships come into play. So that is definitely something that is very, very important, and something that I think cannot be lost on that, because I think it's a part of life anyway, like networking, relationships, that's important. But in this hobby, that's really one of the number one things there, right? Because at the end of the day, it's people, right? You're negotiating with other people here for these cards. And I think, that's something that's going to need to be had. Negotiation skills also. I'll throw that right in, just sort of mixed in with this. I think having negotiation skills, working on your negotiation skills is important as well, whether it be in person at a show, at a card shop, or online on eBay or whatnot, whatever it may be. Twitter, Instagram, just any social media, whatever it may be, your Facebook groups. Having negotiation skills, knowing what prices are what, being informed on comps and sort of how low the person wants to go, the give and take part of it. So I think negotiation is a pretty big part of it as well. And this topic here is one of my favorite parts of the entire hobby, to be honest with you, when I'm looking to buy and sell cards, basically, or looking for cards cheap, for my PC, whatever it may be. Bargain boxes are your friend. They 100% are. You can find a bargain box at your local card shop. I mean, if you have a local card shop, odds are they have some type of bargain boxes there. You can definitely find them at a card show, right? Almost every table and every card show I've been to has had some sort of bargain box, whether it be $1 box or a $5 box or a value box, just, of like 15 and under, like those types of things. There's stuff to be found in there. There are some things, because basically a lot of the times what these dealers will do is, if they rip something, they rip a pack or rip a box, and there's something that's not worth a certain threshold, they'll throw it into a box. I've heard there's some people who basically are like, yeah, anything that's like $10 or under, I'll throw into like the $2 or $3 box, basically. You can find those deals. You can find $2 cards. You can find $10 cards in the $2 boxes. You can find dollar cards that are actually worth $5-6. So it's not a ton of money. Don't expect to get immediately rich off of the bargain boxes, but it's something to where I think it's sort of fun to dig for that stuff, and it feels like satisfying to be able to find a steal, basically. So especially, I've found that your dollar boxes are decent. Your 50-cent boxes, and mostly I would stay away from those, but your dollar boxes are okay. I found that the $3 boxes and like the $5 boxes, I think typically have the best value. That's just me personally, what I found from going through boxes. I think the $3 and the $5 boxes, if you have them available to you, you should check them out. So, when I first got into this hobby, I didn't check them at all. And I was basically looking for higher end stuff, not super duper high end, but higher end stuff that was in a showcase or was showcased there. I didn't want to spend the time to go through the bargain box, and I wish I had, because I'm sure there were some deals there that I had passed up on, and if I had just gone through the box, who knows what could have happened. So that's something also to keep in mind. And also, last, and honestly, this to me is the most important, and this goes for people who sell, but people who buy, mostly people who buy and want to collect what you like. Collect what you like, buy what you like, right? And I mean, if you are looking into selling, I'm not saying you always have to buy what you like, because that may not be what somebody else likes, but collect and buy what you like. If you have a PC, collect that person, like buy what you think is cool. If you really like a certain brand, if you think Select is an awesome brand, buy Select. If you think lower end brands, if you really like Score or Flux or whatever it may be, if you like these lower end brands even that are a bit cheaper, maybe that aren't as valuable on the resale market, but you like them, who cares? Go buy them, go collect what you like. I think too many people, when they first get into this hobby, look at what other people are buying and talking about and try to replicate that rather than forming their own opinions. And I think it's very important that when you're getting in this, to sort of create your own identity, right? Create your own collection, your own unique collection. Everyone's PC is different, right? You could go to anybody, right? Anybody's PC is going to be different, because everybody has different tastes. Collect what you like. Spend the money that you worked hard for. Spend that money on what you enjoy. And I think that's the bottom line here when talking about that. And that's something where, again, I've sort of gotten to that. I have, but at first I wasn't. At first I was buying stuff that I think other people would enjoy more than myself. And it ended up resulting in me not really making much money or profit, or having a card here where I didn't really want it, and it just sat with me for a long time. So I think that's very important. So to go over it one last time, it's not guaranteed that you're going to make money right away. I wouldn't guarantee that. I wouldn't assume that. You're probably not going to make a ton of money immediately. Network and building the relationships in this hobby is so important. That's the second point. The third point is bargain boxes being your friend. Bargain boxes are where it's at. If you guys have a local card shop near you, I would go out and just check their bargain box. Just look through it. There may be something that catches your eye there. And if you bulk stuff up, you buy a bunch of things, they're going to give you, most likely at least, they're going to give you a better deal on the overall price. So I love looking through a good bargain box. And last but not least, like I said, one of, if not the most important point here, collect and buy what you like. But let me know what you guys think. I'm curious to hear that. Like I said, these are a bit personal to me, but I think it's something that people can learn from. Hopefully you guys can take these tips and learn from it. Use it, right? Use it out in the hobby in real time. So hopefully you guys can. Thank you all for the support on Trident Incorporated on Whatnot. Be sure to check out our store and the Anytime auctions. We are constantly uploading new cards to the Anytime auctions. You can check on them Anytime auctions anytime you want, even when we're not live with the stream, which, by the way, is Tuesdays to Saturdays. Tuesdays is the Anytime auction day. So if you want to check out just Anytime auction cards live on the stream, check out Trident Incorporated on Tuesday nights. But you can check out that store and those cards at any point. All you have to do is go on Whatnot, go to the Trident Incorporated page. The link to the channel will be in the description below. Go to the page and check out those cards. Get those bids in, folks. But with that being said, I am Evan, signing off. Thank you, and keep collecting.